Hi guys! I'm a fortunate person in that actually quite a few weeks ago I managed to secure myself a flat for next year, and I'm moving in with someone that I really like, so it's good! Anyway, I thought I'd talk to you guys about how to sort out a flat for yourself! Okay, so you need a flat of your own. How are you gonna find one of those? How are you gonna know which one to pick when you do find it? Well, here's a guide. First of all, definitely talk to your friends about moving in together. Way back at the beginning, okay? You will make friends at uni, and make sure you talk to them and go, hey, have you guys got a flat for next year? Because I was thinking about getting a flat, but I don't want to get one on my own because they're really expensive if you get one on your own. Can we maybe live together? Because that would be fun. And they'll probably go, that's what I was thinking. Or, I haven't thought about that yet, but yes. Yes, I want to live with you. What I did to find my flat was I googled basically every housing or renting website I could find that was for students, all the leasing agencies I came across. I was just googling them all and trying to find all the flats that I could. I even searched like flats in the city that I live in, and once I'd done all that searching, I came up with the best candidates that I thought would be good for me. Things to think about when you're deciding which flats would be good candidates for you to live in the next year are location, because there's lots of flats in the city that I'm in, but some of them are a half-hour bus ride away and they're still advertised as student flats, and I'm thinking, maybe not, okay? Maybe I don't want to be living there. Maybe I want to be living somewhere that's really close to the university. Let's go within 10 minutes walk of the university, 10-15 minutes. So you can always narrow down that in the search bar of pretty much any letting agency's website, and you can then think about the next thing, which is the price or the rent. Now some companies do it per month and others do it per year, which makes it a bit difficult, but all you've got to remember really is that there are 12 months in a year. So if they do it per month and there's someone else doing it per year, all you've got to do is divide the per year one by 12 or multiply the per month one by 12, and then you'll get a rough estimate of what the prices are and how they compare to one another. You'll really want to just be sorting out a price that works for you. The third thing you really want to be thinking about is whether or not the flat is furnished. Because flats will be cheaper if they are unfurnished, which means you've got to buy all the furniture yourself. Another thing you want to figure out is the likely cost of your bills that you're going to be paying, because whilst all the flats are cheaper in rent than this place right here has free Wi-Fi, free water, and free electricity, plus free heating, all included in the rent. Now, some places will include that in the rent, other places will say, if you want Wi-Fi, you have to pay for it. Also, whether or not you want Wi-Fi, you must rent a phone line, which basically means you might as well have Wi-Fi anyway, because a lot of Wi-Fis are free with the phone line rental. You must keep it heated of your own accord. You must pay for the heating yourself. I'm not paying for that. I'm also not paying for the water. I'm also not paying your council tax. There's a thing called council tax as well, especially in the UK, and it basically just means that you pay to live in a house. And if you are a student and you are living with students, you do not pay council tax. Okay? As soon as you stop being a student, or as soon as you start living with someone that is not a student, you pay council tax. So you want to see, really, with the cost of the bills, what the heating bill is going to be like most of all, because you want to see if your heating is electrical or if it's gas, because they'll be different. You want to try and see which ones are going to be heated better. For example, the flat I looked at, and I now have for next year, is one that's sandwiched between two other flats. So there's one on the ground floor and I'm on the first floor, and then there's one on the second floor, and that means that with the double glazing that exists, it's going to be nice and toasty because we're going to get all the heat from the floor below, but then the floor above is also going to be quite warm, so we're not going to lose all our heat to the outside world through the roof. So the last thing when thinking about your best candidates is getting hold of the tenancy agreement, and that's an agreement that you will have with yourself and with the tenant, okay? That tells you how to behave in your flat. And this nice long document is my tenancy agreement. And it contains such words as heritable security. Electrical items must be PAT tested and certified. That's actually a thing you need to watch out for. It's a legal thing, at least in the UK. You need to have all your electrical appliances PAT tested. It's important. It's just to make sure they don't blow up in the flat and therefore the flat burns. Because then you'd have to pay for the flat. Oh yeah, they can charge you 30 quid for sending an email to you. If you're late with your money, your rent payment, so you know, pay your rent on time. Don't have naked flames. Keep them dressed. No, just, you know, don't have a candle. Etc, etc. So there's this huge tenancy agreement that you need to deal with. If you can get hold of that before going and viewing a flat, that might be useful. You can read through that and cry because it's difficult to read, or you can just go and view your flats. So what I'd advise doing is viewing the top 5 flats first of all, to see if you like them, and then picking the best one of those. If you don't like any of them, go for your next 5. Now, I was very lucky because I found the first one, and me and the person I'm going to be renting it with viewed it and went, yeah, it looks good. And then we got the tenancy agreement, my mum went, this isn't very good, and then I read it and went, it actually seems kind of reasonable. They just want us not to burn the place down, Mum. Yeah, so once you've done all that, you'll have to find yourself a guarantor, okay? And that's just someone who can pay your rent for you if you go bankrupt. Yeah, so basically, if for some reason you suddenly find that your SAS payment hasn't come through because you're in the UK and that's how you get all your money, or your work has just suddenly neglected to pay you, or you've been fired for work or whatever, and you don't have enough money to pay your rent, your guarantor must pay it for you. And your guarantor can be your parent. You just go into the office where the tenancy people work and you just sign it in front of them and say, yes, I think I know it works. Wait, I'm confused about this particular part of the agreement. Can you tell me more? So, you know, before you sign it, if there's anything you don't agree with, say, why are you asking me this? So whilst you're signing the tenancy agreement, you'll often pay your deposit, and you can either pay that in cash or by a cheque, or sometimes with your credit or debit card. The office I was at didn't actually have a machine for that, so I just went to the cash machine and took out an awful lot of money, and my bank emailed me like, what are you doing? Is it you that's done this? It's like, actually, yes it was. But yeah. Anyway, the deposit is usually the first month's worth of rent. It wasn't in my case. For me, the deposit was 10% or thereabouts of what I'll be paying overall, and it's something that gets held by the company and by the landlord, so that if I do damage the place, they can take the money out of that fund rather than their own pockets or asking me for the money then. They can just take it out of that fund. And anything that doesn't get spent on the flat in the year that I'm there gets given back to me at the end. I hope this has helped you in some way, shape or form, and thank you for watching. Bye!